fellow watchers. What are you fucking doing?
I timed you. I timed you
He's
a bit.
queuing me in, and he's fucking.
What
is that?
I timed you in a bit too quickly. I timed you in a bit too quickly. But
Fine,
keep it going.
I'll do it again.
No.
Hello,
Yeah.
I'm doing it again. Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here, Watching Walford, bring you the Watching Walford podcast, episode 90. There is 12. Wait, hold on. No, there's 14 weeks till the end of the year, I believe. So that means there's 14 more podcasts, which is terrifying. But yeah, so this is going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 34 of 2024, or the episodes from the 16th of September all the way to the 19th of September. And the main topics are Sharon gets out of prison, Teddy enlists Reese to hide his assets, and some Reese stuff again because he fucked off for a little bit. But I don't know, he's getting his episodes in before he's murked or something. They're really cranking up that fucking episode count for Reese. Panosar chaos as it's Vinny's birthday, and Nish takes another step in his revenge. And finally, after a betrayal, Anna gets rid of Bobby's baby, which results in Bobby's exit after 5 years? Yeah, he came in 2019. But yes, as always, this is the Watching Walford podcast. We'll spend the first half an hour talking about us, what have we been doing, stuff for the channel, any other shit we want to talk about pretty much. And then we will also go ahead and spend that 30 minutes onwards to talk about the EastEnders for as long as we see fit. So, as is customary, how are you doing, mate?
Come on, very quickly. Yeah, I didn't fuck it up. Yeah. Oh no, fuck! I didn't change the title. Fuck. I did fuck it up. Sorry, lads. I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm clearly not ready to go.
You going anyways? Come on.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I wasn't. You never usually ask me so quickly. I usually have to get this one fucking. It's like pulling teeth. How you doing, mate?
There we go. I fixed it. I'm happy.
All right, you go.
I'm doing well. Obviously, I didn't see Spider-Man yesterday. I've obviously no Far From Home. But it was too warm out. I was like, my cinema is in a shopping centre, or if you're an American, it's in a mall. And it's basically there's 6 screens, but they're all tiny. I think the first 2 are massive, but the others are small. And that was basically it. That was my adventure. I've been trying to dabble into physical media because I've been thinking because obviously with Netflix and Disney they're so scummy because I can give a perfect story. Me and Rose can very quickly go to the fucking I know Rose is not here, but as you can see, this is the overlay for me and Rose to do the Marvel movies if we ever do it. But yeah,
have you actually released anything yet?
No, we've yet to record because every time we record it's 1 a.m. and we're like, oh no. But we were trying to watch Captain America, the first one. We're trying to do the timeline order, and I understand why they don't do this, why they do this, but it's still so scummy. So, we tried to stream it. So I streamed to him, so we're in sync. So when Captain America throws his shield, it's not yeah, and then I see it 5 6 seconds, yeah, And we tried to sync it up. We tried to do a Chrome extension. There's a Chrome extension called Disney Plus Party Watch. Didn't work, and what pissed me off is so we had to watch the movie, but there'd be times where he's seen Stan Lee, and I'm not seeing Stan Lee. I'm 10 seconds ahead of him, and it pissed me off. So I'm if I collect physical DVDs, I can always go, look lads, we can watch it. I can just stick it in here and stream it, which would be easier. Because it's also going to happen again with the wrestling, which I'm not going to like. Because my one problem is it's going to go to Netflix.
Does Netflix not do it?
I believe Netflix will not allow you to stream to someone else. Because it'll be black screen.
Fair enough.
which pisses me off. I understand
It is
why
a nuisance.
I understand why you do it, but if your friend is poor, no, I'm not saying we're poor, but we are. But if your friend is poor and he can't really afford Netflix and he really wants to watch a show with you, but you have to watch the show with him, but he has to pay for it, it makes no sense. I understand it's to get the money.
I mean, it's about piracy, right?
Yeah, but like you should be allowed to screen share, like, or do a watch party at least, even if they don't have it. At least then, so you're in sync, because it fucking pisses me off when you're watching something and then like you're 15 seconds ahead, and then the other person's 15 seconds behind because on Discord there's a lag because internet shit. It just pisses me off. Might go to my local CEX, my local sex, and see what DVDs they have.
Yeah.
I don't know
CX is goated.
Yeah. I don't like what it's called. Get DVD and Blu-ray, like partnering for the PC, but I'll figure it out at some point. I know it's like a drive, but yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I'll probably go into my wardrobe because I have enough shit on my on display here. But yeah, that's how I'm doing. I'm so like watching Captain America. Like we were discussing. Like, if Captain America realistically was frozen from the 1930s and was brought out in 2012, his world would have changed. We all know that, but he would have definitely been a racist, a bigot, homophobic. Like when he sees Nick Fury, he would definitely punch him. Like if we're being realistic here. But yeah, I enjoyed Captain America, and also Far From Home came out. Again, I didn't go to the cinema because I was absolutely sweating yesterday, as in Wednesday. But Ash, my favourite thing happened. So there's a fun fair in my town, and you won't believe what's in the fun fair, Ash.
The waltzers.
The waltzers. The
waltzers. Nailed it.
And then, so obviously we're walking.
Did you go on them?
No. So it's in like a little car park behind Lidl.
Yeah.
It's so scuffed. It's in a car park behind Lidl, like in an abandoned place. So obviously, Aldi's in front of it. So obviously you can hear all the stuff walking into Super Value or Domino's. So like we're walking to Super Value, and then it's like, alright, this song reminds me of 1966 when I first heard this on the dance floor and I beat her, screaming you want to go faster, and she's a maniac on the floor. Okay. Lads in the back, fucking scream if you want to go faster. Like he's giving a tit. He's giving a tit. I
mean, you got to.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, guys. Scream if you want to go faster. Remember, if you just put your hands in the air, if you just don't care. It's just it's just a one guy with a smooth voice. Okay, scream, ladies. Now scream. Now, fellas. Just fucking.
It's so funny.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've had a hard divorce. I'm crying. Imagine someone did that. No, just fucking crying. Just cry. I fucked with myself completely with that one.
Well, like, you know what I mean? Like, they should have been DJs, but they're just in some like fun fair, fucking £10 a night, like scream, ladies, I can't hear you.
So yeah, there we are. Just
men in the back.
I mean, look, you got to do what you got to do.
No, but it is.
I'm not faulting him.
No,
it is funny. Like
it's funny because like if you're at an amusement park, right, like an actual like Thorpe Park or something, and someone did that, understandable. You're at a fun fair, you're only getting paid like £10 like a night, and you're fucking Oggy. You want to cross the dance floor on a Sunday night? Oggy.
Yeah. No, it's good fun. I did see, which one is it? Away From Home?
Far From
Home. I don't know the recent fucking movies subtitles. Fuck, they're all the same. I saw it in cinema. It's one thing that's very funny is to see the drop off from the first, because obviously we've been, been like 6 weeks since it started. So we're 6 weeks deep. and there was like 20 people here. They changed the seats we were in. We were just sat at like the top of the fucking aisle, so just all the leg space. And there were like 20 people here. It was bizarre, but like there was more. I don't know. It's really obviously I understand that most people probably would have seen it when it came out in cinema, so they don't need to see it again. I didn't. I did enjoy this one a lot more than the others, but fucking the most like it. And the thing with the movie is it's just decent. It's just a good movie. Just good fun, good villain, good fucking progression. Much better than the first one. Has less to prove in more time. I think we got shown the extended one, which I'll be honest, I didn't fucking know. I couldn't tell the difference. Like it's like 5 minutes or some shit. It's really minor. Okay, not too much light for me.
Yeah, I obviously remember Far From Home, that's the one with Mysterio. Like, he just hands the tech over to Quentin Beck, which is funny. Like, he just hands the technology over, which I always found funny. I do like Mysterio. Jesus. Mysterio is a great villain because he's such a shit villain, like, in my opinion. Are you alright there, mate?
Yeah, I'm just tinkering with it with a light and don't mind me.
He's such a shit villain in comparison. And me and Rose were talking, like, what Marvel villain would you like to see in Tom Holland's, like, Spider-Man films? And obviously I want, and it'll never happen because I do not know, I just know that it's probably too silly because it came out in like the 50s or 30s, one of the two. I want Big Wheel and the Wall. There's an actual villain called the Wall. He's literally just a brick wall. He can't do anything. All he tries to do is, you know, like the thwomps in Mario? He's basically trying to squash Peter Parker. That's basically his entire role. He's a fucking brick wall. And like the big wheel is obviously a man in a big wheel. But what do you think of Far From Home?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, there's not much. Like it's just a very decent. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. It's very enjoyable. I finally caved in and bought popcorn. I got it mixed. I was like, fuck it, try it, bit of A, bit of B, and I got a large one. Which me and Jake were like, okay, sound, we'll truck through. Mate, I was eating that popcorn like it owed me fucking money. Jesus Christ. And you're eating like, oh, Jesus fucking hell. Because we got a deal because I paid for his shit too. Like, we got 2 medium Cokes and a fucking large popcorn. Which is absolutely, it's a fucking scam. Because we've gotten accustomed to 2-liter Cokes. Because it's a nice pacing through the movie. You finish it off by the end. But you're eating all this fucking massive fucking box of popcorn. Fucking, you're like, oh god, this is really good. Oh god, my fucking mouth is so dry. Oh fucking, oh god, there's more. And at the end, I ran out of drink. So I was just like, oh, bloody hell, I guess I'm just going to eat more. Because I'm not fucking wasting that shit. I paid money for that fucking popcorn. And I have eaten more popcorn in that one sitting than I have during the rest of my entire life. Like, it's fine. It wasn't even that good. It's just popcorn. You're just eating fucking air. Eating sweet and salty air.
I mean, yeah.
But the fucking just eating. There's so much, man. I don't know how anybody could. Like, it wasn't even just me. It was me and Jake both like fucking. Oh god, fucking god. Oh, this was more. Oh, I'm out of drink. Fucking. Oh. But it makes perfect sense as to why it's a cinema thing, because you get really thirsty. So if you get popcorn without a drink, you're a fucking absolutely mentalist.
I'd agree. Because I like salty popcorn or buttery popcorn. Yeah,
never tried butter popcorn, but that sounds gross. I feel like I would have to wash my fucking hand.
You would. It's like my old chipper in my old town, the Fountain. That might dox me to the one person who lives in my area, but who gives a shit? Obviously you go up to them and it's like, oh yeah. So you know, like when you go up to them, they go, do you want salt in these chips? Obviously you go, yeah, give me a little bit of salt. This fucker, and I mean this fucker did, he would literally be like, I'll just twist my bottle. He just, do you want a bit of salt? Pour the entire fucking thing into it, like, and you go home with, I feel like Jesus. Because you expect a small amount, but they fucking lace that bastard. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? That's why everybody likes McDonald's chips. Oh, McDonald's chips are so good. How much salt? I need more salt. It's like, what? This is more salt than you'll need in fucking 3 days. Ah, but I really love the salt on the really tiny, tasteless chips. Nah, fucking hell.
KFC chips are better.
Exactly. I'm pushing the KFC agenda. That's all I'm saying. I suppose I don't know why we spent. I probably should have done it as like a fucking channel update. Who done it's over? Who done it's finished? Who done it is. It was a fun thing to do. It was a nice way to watch some older EastEnders, but also just like when we did Watching Walford 1985, it takes up too much time and doesn't really. I don't know. Like. It don't sound really stupid, but if there was an easier way to watch 2 extra hours of EastEnders and not dedicate like fucking 6 hours a day to do it, we would do it. But ultimately, we can't do that, so it's done. I've spent the Tuesday and the Wednesdays where we would have both done wrestling and watch and whodunit stuff. I've spent it writing. I've been writing a Hollyoaks video. There's a EastEnders video. It's been started. I've been kind of tinkering it, but yeah. So currently the project I do have, it is a video discussing everyone who has left the Hollyoaks cast ahead of the cuts and why, what they were doing, like what their main story was and what they've been doing as of late. This first draft, which I've fucking actually completed. The first draft is 25 pages long. It is 13,000 words, but now it's time to tinker it and fucking probably dump like a couple thousand words. I did a read through. I did a little bit of a read through. I was like, I'm going to read it all through and see how long it takes. I got 10 pages deep. It took me 45 minutes, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
But
God.
That's a two-parter. Very fucking easy money.
But you know, it's been good. We changed the it was 2 weeks ago now. I was like, all right, I want 2 days in the middle of the week. I want to be able to work on stuff. I want to be able to write stuff because it's something I've always said I wanted to do, and I said it at the start of the year, and I said it halfway through the year. And now I've actually given myself the time to write some more and actually explore some ideas that are probably a bit deeper than insert Reddit video here. And I've also been working a lot on the Hollyoaks stuff. Obviously, Hollyoaks recently had their they spent the last year in 2024. They did a 1-year time jump. They're in 2025. They did a stunt week. I've covered those 2 weeks, and I've been doing some reactions which have been popping off. So hello to all the Hollyoaks people. I know you're not here for it. And I also relaunched the Hollyoaks Weekly Roundup, which will actually be coming out weekly and not just whenever the fuck I caught up on the episodes. So it's been a busy 2 weeks. I'll say that much. It's been fucking hectic.
I think this is the overlay doesn't work anymore. But that was the overlay Ash would use if that shows up on the thing. And that,
I just dumped it anyways. I just full screen it now.
Yeah, so so there you go. That's what I'm using now. So lost media experts out there, fucking there you go.
But yeah, it's been a weird one. It's been good because obviously it's always something I wanted to do, and I would look at the channels like Soap Study or look at the channels like Talking Walford and be like, man, if only I could do that. And then it took me someone to be like, yeah, but you can fucking do that, you dickhead. You just don't. You just choose not to do it. And so it's been fun to explore it. And obviously, I don't know. I want to get better as a storyteller. I want to actually make some videos that stand out on its own. Not much is going to change with the channel. We'll still do all the Reddit videos. But it's just instead of whodunit on Wednesdays, it'll be the Hollyoaks Weekly Roundup and a Reddit video. and that will usually have reactions, and then the little solo podcast that I'll do myself. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been a fun way to. Well, I don't know. We've been doing this for 1 year and 9 months, and yeah, sure, we both improved dramatically since we started. It's still, my brain's like, okay, there's only so much more wiggle room I can do with these Reddit videos. You know, I want to feel like I'm continuing to grow as a fucking as a creator, rather than just fucking like, what does insert stupid Redditor say about stupid topic? Oh, they say it's shit. Fucking Kel Surprise. It's obviously it's not all like that, but yeah, it's been good fun. It's been good fun.
I'm Piggy. Why don't you join? That's my response. Fucking pain.
But yeah, do I have anything else for that? It's just nudge, been more Hollyoaks stuff. Welcome to all the new Hollyoaks people. We crossed the 700 subscribers milestone, which is quite nice. Mostly off the Hollyoaks stuff, I'll be real with you. That's been most of the growth we've had as of late. And the views are back up, which is kind of wild. Like, I think we've had like 13,000 viewers this month, which is still, if we which if you sit that down in a room, that's a fucking nice little small theater fucking filled up. That's kind of wild to me. That's kind of, I say small theater.
Like I love how it's like, we did it. Mate, who's been in the Hollyoaks? Not fucking me. Don't rope me into this.
I mean, don't rope you in. You're getting glory. You're supposed to be like, yeah, we've been working really hard on that shit, and I'm gonna be like, fucking.
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
like if I start saying, yeah, well, I've fucking done this and I've done that, you'll be like, someone's getting an ego. Fucking. Yeah, I can't win.
But yeah, I just, yeah, because that's just meant, is it alright? I don't care, man. Do what you want. Like, I've no problem. Like, if he wants to turn this into a Hollyoaks channel, I'll gladly start watching Hollyoaks. I'd have no problem. But for the moment, it is staying EastEnders. I'm gonna be like, you know, like when in Spider-Man 3, when Spider-Man like rips off the Venom suit, like he's like pulling it at the church bells.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like me, like when you're trying to get me to watch Hollyoaks. I was like, just fucking trying to rip it off. Like, no, I can't. Change with us now. Change.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hey, one thing that also happened is fucking Strictly started. Strictly has started. I watched the first episode. Obviously, the first episode's the really long, like 1 hour 40 fucking, like, it's the really long. Here is insert celebrity. Well, insert celebrity. Here is their partner. Woo! Are you excited? And then they do like a little 2-minute jig at the end. But it was good fun. I got hit with a fucking sudden wave of excitement. I was like, yeah, it's fucking happening. Because we did cover Strictly on the channel last year. And I didn't realize how much fun I actually had, like how much I'd actually gotten into it by the end. Because I remember whilst you're watching the final, I was just like, no, Leighton's going to win. Leighton's a professional dancer. Leighton's going to win. Oh, Ellie won. Yeah. Like, I was spewing at the end.
I remember those long nights, those long cold winter nights where it's like, come on, I'm going to basically do a Father Ted reference, as if in the song that they're trying to do My Lovely Horse, it's like Dougal and Ted are like writing the song, and obviously Ted's playing it. It's just like, what note do I have to play, Ted? And he's like smoking a cigarette, and he's like, play the fucking note. This note, the same fucking note you've been playing for the past 5 fucking hours. There's only one fucking note. And I'm like, that was me and Ash last year, just Ash having to spoken. Say anything other than good, Piggy. Say anything fucking other than good.
Oh yeah, because there was like a solid 4 weeks where it's like, All right. So, what do you think? What do you think of Dance Ash? Oh, it's really good. You know, showed the body type of this person. They're really lanky, so use the body to portray this really strong figure, and it made them look significantly larger on the dance floor. Very good footwork and good hip movement. It was a samba. It's necessary. And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, what do you think, Piggy?" Yeah, it was good. 10 out of 10. I'm just like, fuck. He said that to everyone. He said it to every fucking dance. He said it to every fucking dance. Can you say something else, please?
That's what
Do
I'm
literally anything else.
It's just me and you. Like I'm sat in the bed and you're like smoking the like cigarette.
And those Strictly videos were like, all right, time to get ready. I'm gonna talk for an hour. Piggy's gonna talk for 5 minutes. It was like I got into the show though, so it did the fucking job somehow.
I do love those. Yeah, cause I just remind me of the TED, like the fucking TED thing. Just fucking you smoking like, no, leave me alone. I fucking can't.
Yeah, but it got me into the show. I was really excited. I was really excited to fucking watch it this year. So yeah, obviously Jay from EastEnders is in it. You have Shane Ward, who was a singer who did That's My Goal, absolute banger. And he was also in Coronation Street as Aidan O'Connor, and had the famous he murked himself, saying the most crude way possible. He had a famous like depression into suicide storyline.
I love how other channels can't say kill themselves, so they have to be like he
Unalive.
He unalive. I'm like, we can't do that on this channel because it wouldn't make sense. Like if we got Linda got diddled, that just diminishes.
It's just offensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just offensive to say that.
So like we have to go like, yeah, they were sexually assaulted and stuff like that. It just doesn't.
I say that. I do. I say we are the closest we've ever been to monetization. Who knows if we'll actually get any of it? And even if we do, like fucking. Cheers for the 20p, boys. Fucking yeah. Rubbing the nipple with that.
Oh, Piggy, let's have a look at everyone's income this year. Post on a graph. I've been in 169 videos. You've been in 110, so that's roughly €5 for me, €1 to you.
Yes, exactly.
Just pause like
but that is obviously the next goal. The next goal is monetization. Is to get that 1,000 subs. At some point, I still think we'll end up. I will force the Twitch streams to happen. We will just record our like YouTube videos on a Twitch stream. So if people are bored in like the fucking Monday, they get a whole week's worth of content early as it gets spliced up and released on the channel.
I will then be like, I'll try my best to edit it, but I can't promise. Or I'll have to put like a funny image on screen. So
you could also like. Well, I assume if we were doing that, I would probably just be streaming, and then you would just record the shit, and it would just be like normal. But yeah.
But I do like we can start it next week if you want. I've no problem doing it.
Maybe.
We're doing it after this. We're streaming us watching the Cresters episode. Fuck it. But oh fuck, what was I gonna say? I like doing all this stuff. Like don't worry, I do put my effort in when I have to. I just like Ash wants to do solo stuff, so I can't really like. Cause my father goes, Ash is pulling in a lot of views, and I'm like, well, Hollyoaks is popular now, and I mean,
yeah, Hollyoaks is kind of at a fever pitch of hype currently. So
I went to my father. Where will those views be in 3 weeks' time, huh? And he just went, up your arse, son. But I digress. I think it's great for the channel. Obviously, we're going to try and keep it as an EastEnders channel. So this Ash little section to Hollyoaks.
I mean, the roots will always be EastEnders. It's not like I'm going to suddenly, unless EastEnders does genuinely get shit, which there's always a chance. Like Coronation Street was my favorite soap for the last till 2023. Like EastEnders was fucking third. But obviously it became really good under Chris Glenshaw. So it will always be grounded in EastEnders, but also, I watch other soaps. So I will like when I actually like Coronation Street more, I likely cover Coronation Street. But whilst it's fine. It's fine. It's not great. But yeah, Hollyoaks stuff will continue. And I will try to not burn myself out. It's been 2 weeks. I'm tired already. I'm getting grumpy over seeing Reddit threads. But I just need to get some I just need to rest myself more. I need to get some proper R&R.
It's going to be great where we go from here, because we can go up and up. And yeah, I'm trying to remember funny moments from podcasts to include in fucking, because when we hit 100 episodes, I want to do a little compilation. I know it's campy. I know people are going, you don't have to tune in. I basically, that's froze noise now.
You're back.
I basically want to do like a compilation to Green Day's Time of Your Life. I might figure out an alternate version, like if someone else did a cover and use it, because YouTube is a bit messy with that. Thank you, Susan Wozak, whatever your fucking name was. She changed all the laws. But I want to like do a montage of all our funny moments of 100 podcasts, and also some main channel stuff, maybe a bit of one more match, and just do like a little roundup of like us continuing into 2025 for 2 years. Because that's ultimately it. We don't give a shit. Like, we don't give a shit about being famous. We don't want to be famous. That is our main goal. It's just to entertain people. Yeah, sure, past actions might come up from me, but that's just going to be squeaky clean.
I'll be famous. I'll do it.
No, that's the wrong answer.
I will. I'll be soap famous. I don't fucking care. I'll do this shit. Do I want to like people to ask me out my opinions on other shit? Not really. I've got the one area of expertise. I'm a bit fucking useless otherwise.
Just fucking the 2028 election happens and fucking like, okay, so it's Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump again. Ask your political opinion on that.
And end call.
See
ya. Not today.
Well, I really think Donald Trump has an advantage. There's just something about him, like a hole in his head or something. I just can't put my finger on it. It's just like, okay, Mr. Dreams, you're cancelled. See you now. See you ever. I did watch a funny like skit where someone's like pretending to be a comedian, and it's like, I was once famous in the 80s. Ha ha, funny jokes. Comes back in like 20 years, and it's like, what's the deal with the wokeness? Like, it's obviously a comedian taking the piss out of comedians. Ricky Gervais. It's like, you bloody can't say anything nowadays. Then obviously you have the other podcasters sat in the room going, yeah, that's true, Jeff, yeah. I found it funny. Because obviously it's funny looking at Ricky Gervais' career where he's shits on everyone, and then James Acaster did a brilliant one where he makes fun of Ricky but without saying his name. And then I forget who fucking did it, but one guy's like, fuck you, Ricky Gervais, you fat, I can't say the word, he just goes with a fat C word. And it's just like, don't stand up for anyone. Even Frankie Boyle called him out, and I'm like, if you're getting called up by fucking Frankie Boyle, that something is wrong.
What do you mean Frankie Boyle calls out everyone?
No, but in the same sense of like, even if he makes dark humour and you're getting called up by him, it's a bit weird, you know.
Alright.
Yeah, no, in that sense, like. But yeah, that's the 30 minutes of us shooting the shit. Oh yeah, also there's a tiny hippo that pops up on my feed that some guy keeps going up to him, like, it starts doing that to the hippo. He's very aggressive. Some people say they're abusing the hippo, so I'm just gonna not name the zoo. I name the animal, and then what this animal is called. So yeah, the lovely fat hippo, and then obviously I'm waiting for Ash to go. Then he looked in the mirror. Hey. So, yeah, shout out to hippos.
Shout out to hippos.
Do the hippo hop.
But yeah, let's talk about the EastEnders. I'll read the topics once again. Sharon's out of prison. Teddy enlists Reese to hide his assets. Panasar chaos as it's Finney's birthday and Nish takes another step in his revenge. And finally, after a betrayal, Bobby and Anna split up. And we're going to talk about Bobby Beale's exit from the show after 5 years. But yeah, starting off, Sharon out of prison. This is a small one. Dora's wanting Sharon to be happier about getting out of prison and says she has some decisions to make. Sharon lets Phil know that Ruby has had Martin's baby. Sharon and Linda reconvene. They accept each other. Sharon is happy knowing that Linda is sober, and Linda is happy knowing that Sharon has actually accepted her decision. Sharon wants to tell Martin about his baby, but Elaine pops up ahead of her and wants her to answer some questions. Elaine says she just wanted to keep her safe. Sharon says she's sorry for her pain, but we're on the same side, so we have to keep this secret. So how many people are there in the 6 now? There's 8.
Phil, Johnny, Jack, Sharon, Elaine, Linda, Kathy, Suki, Stacey, and Denise.
Did you count that?
9.
Sound. All right.
I think it's 9. 3 men, 6 women. Four
it may be 10.
10.
Yeah, maybe 10. But yeah, so in the end, Sharon does not tell Martin about his baby because someone made a thread saying Sharon is fucking incapable of telling children about their dads. Like, she didn't tell Keanu, she desperately didn't want to tell Phil, and she's not telling Martin. Like, just tell him he's got a kid out there, for fuck's sake. Obviously, Martin was like, I can't deal with anymore. But also, like, he would want to know that he has a child. But yeah, that's Sharon's return. Teddy enlists Reese to hide his assets. Teddy wants Reese to make him look poor so the taxman doesn't come calling. Reese is making Save Our Sonia SOS posters and is claiming it's a miscarriage of justice. See, I think it's supposed to be funny in the way where we know that Reese killed Debbie. So Reese is like, did you ever end up watching that Boogie documentary?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this segment in the documentary where it's like, okay, we're gonna take you to a job agency, just do a normal interview, and then we'll see if we have any jobs for you. And then he gets into the interview like, oh yeah, I really want a job, money's tight, it's always gonna be a struggle. And then in the interview, he just goes, yeah, I'm fat, I'm lazy, I'm disabled, I'm useless, and I sleep with escorts. And it's like, okay, that's none of which would you say in an interview. Yeah, well, it's important to have it all out there. And it's like, he clearly just fucking shitted. He just shit on the interview completely because he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm going to get counseling, man. I'm going to get counseling. I'm going to change what I'm doing. I'm going to make a change. And then he had some mushrooms with a shaman in a forest and went, yeah, I'm feeling really good now. I'm feeling better. And then at the end of the day, he's made it 10 times worse for himself.
Boogie.
That's what Reese is doing with Sonia.
Just very quickly, Boogie is a fucking mesmerizing creature. Like, he has to learn as one. I can't say one of the lowest because I watched a YouTuber called James Bear, and fuck me, whoa, Betty, them allegations, or not even allegations, something's true about James Bear is fucking mental. But Boogie is definitely, he's like a roller coaster. He's rich one day and then he's broke the next. So he's me technically, like in the aspect of money. It's like, oh, money, and it's gone. Well, fuck. But yeah, I love Reese just being like, save our Sonia, SOS.
Save our Sonia. Okay, I can find the footage. And I don't need it anymore. Actually, I think you don't need to do that. Great. Because it's that selfish. Yeah, I'm really trying. I'm really trying my best. We should do a petition to get Sonia out. It's like, great, you just fucking throwing shit at a wall then. You are shitting in your hands and clapping. Sonia will come out of prison. Reese, what you doing? Sonia will get out of prison. Oh God, Reese, please. You're just making a mess. But yeah, he is doing everything he can except the thing that he should do, which is admit that he killed Debbie.
Why would you do do you remember we were talking about the Walter fight? Why'd you if there's some guy in this jail cell doing that like a Sonia is? Just fucking giving out like, Sonia, do you get any peace? No.
But yeah, he's trying to get people on side for a Save Sonia campaign, but people aren't really convinced. I said Reese is impressively doing fuck all to help. Excuse me. Teddy explains that his wife is coming for all his money and is annoyed at Reese for not fiddling his books and making him look poor. Teddy says he has an acquaintance that can make Sonia's case fall apart. He then offers to cover the debt he has with Eve. He says his acquaintance can uncover the evidence or the CCTV and can figure out who really killed Debbie. Reese, who's like, you know what? I don't actually need that favor. I don't know. I don't remember what he actually says to this, but he's very kind of like, fucking hell. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. But yeah, Yolande voices support for Sonia. When Reese is asked by a reporter, he makes it so much worse. He starts screaming at Mo. Because for some reason this week Mo's just fucking livid at everyone. It's like fucking she just woken up on the wrong side of the bed for the entire week. Because it's like, oh, fucking Reese. Yeah, well, Sonia fucking killed her, didn't he? She fucking killed him. Fucking bitch. Always knew she was a wrong un. I'm taking money for it. And then Reese is like, yeah, well, some of you need to, shut the fuck up. I mean,
I don't know if she.
And then she like goes, Jean, don't open the door.
Like she fucking starts listening like serial killers. Like she's just like Dahmer, Bundy, Gandhi. I said, what?
Gandhi,
yeah.
What's he done?
Don't know. He killed him.
He's not a killer. He's a religious figure.
Well,
what fucking tinfoil hat have you got on? Fucking
Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, famous killers. Fucking Ed Gein. Fucking the Zodiac killer, Zac Efron. It's like, where?
Did you know that? No, this could be complete bullshit. But you know the Zodiac killer. Apparently, this TikTok guy is saying that like his grandfather is the Zodiac killer. So he's making like these updates. No, he's making these updates. Where he's like, so here's proof of what my grand's the Zodiac killer. Yeah, he's shaking. He got a phone call from I want to say Netflix. And it's like, don't upload any more videos. We're gonna make you money. She's like, well, guys, I can't talk about the Zodiac killer anymore. But Netflix.
I mean, the only time I've really seen that to be genuine is there was a story. Have you ever heard about the Dahlia, the Black Dahlia, the murder where a woman was found like fucking surgically cut up to be some wild shit?
No, I haven't. I haven't really dived into.
But yeah, it's the Black Dahlia. She was found like the corpse was bisected at the waist, so it was clearly done by like a surgeon or something like that. And then someone did come out and say, yeah, the person who did that murder was my dad, and they like came out with the actual fucking evidence. They actually had the fucking evidence that it was this guy. It was just interesting, very interesting case. Black Dahlia is a very interesting one.
I mean, I just yeah, it's really
true crime's great. If you can't tell, I like true crime. It's pretty cool.
I found there's this fucking just very quickly. If we get back to EastEnders on take, I looked at this video and I think this new phenomenon going on Leicestershire, I think somewhere around there, and Leicestershire.
Where?
Leicestershire.
What? Leicester.
Leicester or some shit around there. Doncaster, I think, one of the two. They called Schoolboy 94. Fucking yeah.
Well, the TikTok, basically Nick Crowley and someone else made a video discussing this case, where it is this seemingly 50-year-old man who likes to dress up like a child.
Yeah.
With ridiculous like lips and like buck teeth, and wears like high-heeled like boots and a school uniform. It's a fetish thing. It's an absolute fetish thing. But yeah, it's a weird fucking case.
And he
But
also
yeah,
like uploads. He goes through the kids' Instagram account and fucking fiddles with the photos. And
he makes that weird like AI drawings of kids and shit. Very
also,
odd.
I just want to say, like, on it, like, people also want to be Detective Andys and like find who this person is. So they found. I'm gonna say alleged because I don't want to put it out there that it is his house. So they allegedly found his house. So obviously you're getting all these kids with the cameras saying, hey, look who I found living in this freaking little council house. They started throwing bricks through the window and shit. And I'm like, you do not know if that's the actual guy. You're just, it could be the actual guy, but you're throwing bricks through the window. Yeah, apparently he's been doing this since like the 90s. Because apparently like on old Google forums, they're like, people found like that they're uploading this like in the 99. And he's been doing this since he's like 30, and people are approaching him and everything. And I'm like, you're gonna get fucking diddled. I don't use that word, but I'm like, you're gonna get fucking. Is something gonna happen to you, lad? Don't go near that boy, please. Think about yourself. But yeah, it's a fucking weird case. I hope they find it. But you're back to the EastEnders. Oh fuck.
I'm just waiting for the fucking true crime fucking yeah, true crime section. No, yeah, it's a really weird case, but there's some interesting stuff. It'll be. It's always interesting to see if there would be any updates, but
Apparently the police is involved.
Wouldn't be any interesting ones.
So the police is involved, and a girl came forward because they found like that. She basically came forward and went, yeah, he used my photos when I was a teenager because she had like a COVID mask, and obviously she put her face next to that face from when she was a child, and was like, yep, he's using my photos. I'm scared. Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, there's interesting videos about it. I'll say that much. Moving on though, back to the. I don't know. I've just enjoyed watching a bunch of the fucking. I've enjoyed watching a bunch of the like unsolved mystery, that sort of shit. It's always good fun.
There's always a curiosity with me with not safe for life media. Like, obviously not Lord Superman, but like, just like, oh, this fucking thing happened. Ooh. But yeah, I don't want not safe for life media to be found. Fucking please leave Lord Superman in the past, you bastards, please. Like, every time I check, like, there's always a 12-year-old in the Lost Media Discord being like, have you guys found Lord Superman? I'm like, stop it, please. I do bring it up, but I'm like, please, don't. But yeah, back to the fucking EastEnders, please.
Yeah, back to the EastEnders. Where are we? Oh, and yeah, the article doesn't really do Reese, Sonia any favors. They're handing out T-shirts. Hugh shows up and is upset as they're handing out T-shirts with his daughter's killer on it. Hugh doesn't believe Sonia's innocent, and he tries to remind Reese that Sonia killed Debbie. Reese doesn't have an answer for him, but he does give him the details of the funeral. What do you think? You always love Hugh.
Loves him again.
Hugh is your boy.
Why did I switch the cameras? Hugh, for people who don't know, is Debbie's dad. I love Hugh. People who
As if
know.
people won't know who he is.
Hugh is one of the best EastEnders characters they introduced this year. He's just a sexy old man. I love him. It was nice seeing him here. Only got a small bit of screen time. I think he would work great on the show. Not his wife, but he would on his own. He'd give him all the scenes until they were feeling to be a serial killer. And yeah, just that's all my rant about you. Bring him back again. He's back next week again. I'm happy.
I mean, they are going to do Debbie's funeral, so.
I mean, yeah, but it's probably not going to be featured.
Probably not, no.
Debbie was loved by all. She had 1 second of screen time, lads. Loved by all. She didn't have
all the fans, but she did have some of the fans.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, back to the EastEnders. Panosar Chaos as it's Vinny's birthday, and Nish takes another step in his plan. So this is interesting because we see Nish. Obviously, we've noticed now that Nish is coming to the end. You know, it's been announced that he will be dying fairly soon, and it's understood now. There's no shocks anymore. He's gonna die. Well, we know if he's gonna die, but it's likely that he will probably die, because if he doesn't, I'll be very shocked. But now it's him trying to figure out if it's over. But yeah, and this also encompassing Ivani's secret friend. Ivani still meeting with the mystery man skipping out on school. Barney bumps into Harvey, tells him what DNA stands for, which helps him win a competition for holiday in Greece. Barney breaks up Ivani's meeting with a new fella who is 18, and he didn't know her age. She tries to smooth it over, and they kiss anyways. Nonce. Absolute fucking nonce. Nonce.
Yep.
And then obviously you check the fucking EastEnders subreddit. So are we promoting underage fucking kissing now? It's like, no, we're not. We're not promoting it. So why is that? They're not glorifying it. He's clearly in the wrong. So it'd be like if I fucking mentioned, we mentioned that like Schoolboy 445, whatever the fuck his name is.
99.
And it's like, so you're promoting a fucking predator, are you? It's like, well, no, you were just talking about the fucking thing.
It's like if you slightly bring up Chris Tyson, and it's like, brought in a paedophile. No. Sorry, just very quickly on that note, I fucking loved. Okay, before everything came out, I loved the main reason people hated them being trans was because she put her son in high heels, and they went, "That's fucking wrong." And I went, "The son is like 3." That fucking buckled me. I don't give a shit. The allegations came out, I know, but I just had to bring that up. That always buckles me. Like before it all came out, just like putting your son in high heels, fucking woke. Why would you do that? Your son is never saying that. Fucking woke. Also, on another note, I found this woman who was like trans during the 80s, 90s, and a trans woman. Why? And on the so obviously you get the comments like, "Oh, congratulations on your transition. It must have been hard during those times." So you're like, "Oh, that's nice." And then you obviously have people going, "I support you. I think that's good. I think that's good." Then you have these men, like these 30-year-old men who do nothing. "Have you checked your prostate?" It's like,
sound.
What the fuck? It's just like, "You did great, love. Great, great. I support you true and true. Have you checked your prostate, love?"
People are unhinged.
People are unhinged.
They do love a complain about shit they say they care about, but it's usually just they have one angle that they dislike, and therefore it is all bad. It's all bad. It's always bad, and it's awful. It's like, great. Do you have anything else to get upset about? Yeah, everything. That was a sound. I bet you're fun at parties. Ivani is upset with Barney, and Loki threatens him to keep quiet. They both agree to keep it a secret. Mo lets it slip that Jean isn't going to Greece. Nish insists on knowing what Vinny wants for his birthday tomorrow, but he spots a car roaming around the square and asks a mate to find out who it was. Suki and Eve are thrilled, planning Vinny's birthday party. He feels put out knowing Nish feels put out, and they think he'll show up and ruin it. Nish gets a call back and learn it's undercover police who are surveying. They're looking at the chicken shops and realizing there's a shit ton of money laundering going on in there. So it's under surveillance. Eve tells Nish to stay away from Vinny's party, and he says he's all talk. He pulls out a contract shifting all the chicken shops to Vinny, a gift that Vinny will be happy with, not realizing it's being investigated for money laundering. Nish wants to have a big dinner with Vinny to celebrate his success, trying to intrude on their fam and their party plans. Barney asks Vinny to trust him, and they both agree to help put a bunch of food platters for Vinny. Vinny offers his hand to invite Nish to the party. He wants to share a beer with him just once. He says this is our last chance to be a normal dad and son. Nish agrees to pop in and says this can wait till then, that being the contract. For a moment, Nish seems genuinely touched. For like a solid 5 seconds, he's like, "Oh wow!" And then he's like, "Ah, fuck it, I won't give him the chicken chops." And then a day happens, and he's like, "And back," and he's in the fucking crosshair again. Nish spots Harty hanging around Walford, and he says Nish found a solution to the chicken chops. A buyer, but Nish doesn't want to sell. Harty says they need a scapegoat, but Nish decides not now. They're celebrating Vinny's birthday in the Albert. It's a lovely party, but Vinny is slightly upset for Nish at Nish for not arriving. Also, what was the sign? It was like he's not.
I know the sign. It's like, happy birthday, Vinny. You're not gay, but happy birthday. But we love him. It was like that.
Yeah, it's like he's not perfect, he's not gay, but we love him. Some shit like that. Yeah. Which is a great sign.
I want that sign at my funeral.
Suki sits down with Nish, and he in a way toasts to Suki as a mother, says she raised them all, but Nish jibes in saying only one remains. And that said to me, Vinny's dead. Vinny's dying. Vinny is 100% dying. There's no way he's not. Fucking only one remains. And then later on he says something like, I'm not giving Vinny a poison chalice. Vinny's fucking dying, boys. And if he doesn't die, I will be shocked. Instead of the contract, Nish gives Vinny a necklace type thing that he claims he wore when Vinny was born and when he went to prison. Obviously, none of us have ever seen it before, so it could be bullshit. It's Nish. He wants him to wear it with pride. He makes it as a grand gesture, but stares at Suki as he hugs his son. Vinny shows Suki the necklace, and she's worried about Vinny being swindled by the gift, with Nish trying to buy Vinny's affection. She says Nish is just trying to control you, so eventually he puts it in the bin. Fuck off. Nish retrieves the box from the bin, and I don't know. I think this is the point he realizes, fuck it, Vinny's too far gone. He's never gonna be my boy, you know, he's never gonna choose me. So it's time to fuck him. It's time to fuck him up. It's time to fuck him up. He then accepts and calls Harty back, acknowledging he needs a scapegoat. He then sends a message to Vinny in an attempt to talk about the chicken shops. Vinny gets sentimental when Nish gives them the chicken shops, and Vinny asks about the laundering, and Nish claims his hands will always be clean. Suki is worried when Vinny mentions Harty will be handling the money laundering. Harty understands that Nish is setting up Vinny for the chicken shops. Suki questions him. Why is she giving him the chicken shops with the money laundering? He insists that Vinny isn't being given a poison chalice. He's just getting his house in order before he passes on. Once again, Vinny's dying. I know I said this last year. I know last year I was saying he's going to die in the Bridge Street Cafe fire. But he's dying this year in another fire. That's unrelated. All right, now the main event. Let's talk about Bobby. Do you have anything on the Nish, Vinny, Suki stuff?
R.I.P. Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, he's on the way out. After a betrayal, Bobby and Anna split up. She is excited to be pregnant, but believes it will be perfect for her and Bobby, but still refuses to answer his call, while Freddie is hesitant to send a message asking if she is okay. Bobby brings her a massive bouquet of flowers, but she keeps pulling him off and cries into Gina's arms. Freddie and Bobby make up, as Gina wants to know why Anna feels like this. She believes she feels trapped, so in trying to make herself believe that this is the right thing, but she doesn't want the baby. She says she doesn't want to be pregnant and she wants this to end. Gina wants her to stop telling people what they want to hear, and she fully supports Gina or Anna all the way. Gina mentions how she had an abortion in Spain with a boyfriend at the time, Antonio, the one who led her astray and got her hooked on drugs. Classic Gina. As Freddie shows up excited, And it's what Anna wanted. Bobby shows up and spoils the mood. Freddie wants to use a laptop but finds a tab open about abortion clinics and they share a longing look. Anna talks to Peter about being pregnant, and Freddie wants to know why Anna hasn't told Bobby about the baby. Lauren pieces it together that she's pregnant while talking to Peter. Anna has a meeting with the clinic tomorrow, and she begs Freddie not to tell Bobby. In episode 2, Anna puts on a brave face in preparation for it. She's still not told Bobby. We get a nice little scene with Kojo and Elena getting along. I'm like, yeah, fucking.
I love Kojo because he's like, "You're not sick anymore." I'm not Kojo.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kojo, if you were, I wish I had you, Kojo. You are a beautiful man. Beautiful man.
As Gina checks that Anna is ready for the day. Bobby spots Anna and has the day off and wants to spend it with her, but she rebuffs him and says she needs to do it alone. She says it really fucking stoic, like, "No, I need to do shopping alone." And then hits her with, "It's Elaine." It's the same voice. It's just the same voice, isn't it?
Gets it from her mother.
Doesn't say that. Bobby doesn't realize what shopping in this analogy means, but Freddie does, so he goes to be with her. Freddie tries to fight for Bobby's rights for a second. You can see that you can really tell that Anna is Cindy's daughter because she's like, "I need to focus on myself. Jeez, it's my body, it's myself, my own decision." Bobby doesn't get a say, which would be a contentious point whenever abortion is mentioned. Prepare yourselves.
Just very quickly going to do my page. Be careful, abortion will be mentioned. That triggers you. Fuck off. Well, it triggers you in the sense of like you're pro-life, not in the sense of like sensitive stuff. Yeah.
Trying to. Fucks. He nearly butchered that. Yeah, she says she needs to focus on herself. He asks if she's going alone, and she says she doesn't need anyone else. The nurse at the appointment asks Anna how she's feeling about it. It's okay to be unsure, just as long as you're confident. They have to do an ultrasound, and she wants to have the pills at home. We'll say, the nurse had this really fucking cool grey streak in her hair. It looked fucking sick. It would be like if this bit of my hair was just like silvery grey. And it like went back. Oh, fucking incredible. Fucking. Oh, it's great. This while the Beales figure out and tell Bobby that Anna might be pregnant. Anna goes through options, and when she's struggling the most, waiting for her outside is Freddie. Gina learns that Freddie was there and gets angry for him trying to push Anna to tell Bobby. Also, I know it's going to get into petty grievances, but I saw a bunch of people being like, "Isn't Gina being really weird about Anna and trying to make her decisions for her?" No. Isn't Anna being a bit extra and just being a bit over the top with this? No, she's supporting her sister like anybody else would. It's the people just hate these characters, and it's really come out during these scenes, and it winds me up. I like Gina. She may be a bit much trying to protect her fucking baby sister. That's how it works. But yeah. And there'll be more complaining as well. Because I can't get away from Reddit, unfortunately. Or Twitter even. Even Twitter's been fucking bitching all the time. I've had enough. And I've had to look at the Twitter because of all the Hollyoaks stuff. So I'm just seeing people just like, this show was so much better when Max Bowden was in it. Oh, fuck off then. Fuck off. He's not coming back. Max Bowden's never coming back.
He's dead.
Fuck
They're
off.
Over it.
Fuck off. You don't need... Find something else to fucking ship. Please. Stop fucking saying EastEnders is shit because your favourite character's gone. He's been gone for like fucking 6 months now.
It's something I don't understand because obviously we see it in probably wrestling because it's like, oh, my favourite wrestler's left. It's shit now. And it's like, well, no, just because your favourite wrestler's gone does not mean it's shit. It could have been shit beforehand. You just like that one person. That's why you liked it. If you don't like something but your friend likes something, don't shit on it because your friend likes it but you don't. Sure, we all do with something, but again, it's just I don't like that kind of argument. Like, obviously, we'll dive a bit into the abortion. We're gonna try and be neutral. We're gonna try. but you will probably get where we stand on it, because we're spoiler alert, we're not pro-life.
No.
No, we're not. Because me and my dad did technically have a discussion.
We are pro-choice. You are very much so allowed a choice. I don't think anybody should be forced to have a child if they don't want a child.
Because me and my dad kind of had a discussion, like, not about abortion, because obviously we're both men. Why would we fucking be talking about abortion? But we were having a discussion because obviously I was telling them that we recorded a video for Watching Walford where we talk about euthanasia. Is it and you know the one where you kill them?
Oh, yeah, euthanasia.
Yeah, euthanasia. Because my dad was like, yeah, they want to bring it into Ireland, but the problem.
Yeah, it's been saying that they want to bring it into the UK under the new government as well.
And it's like, we want to bring it in, but obviously you can't. And I'm just going to call them religious nutters, because this is what they are.
It is Ireland. You know,
it's basically these pro-life. You know, they're like people who fight for pro-life. They're basically like, well, but
Catholics.
if you, why would you want to kill someone? If you kill someone, you're killing God's creation. And I was like, yeah, but if your dog's in that scenario, are you going to keep him alive, or are you going to put him down? Like, I'm not comparing your gran to a dog, but if your gran is basically doing what your dog is, shitting everywhere, pissing everywhere, can barely remember your name, can barely remember where she is, better put her down, isn't it? I'm not saying fucking get out the hammer and just fucking take that granny. You know, I'm not saying that, like, you know.
Yeah, but to have the choice to be able to do it in a humane way.
Yeah, because you should have the right. Obviously, I agree that the family, like, it depends on the family, because if you have 7 kids, obviously.
I also don't think it should be ridiculously expensive. Like, with people having to go to Dignitas in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the cheapest of procedure. Obviously, I understand that someone's got to pay for the fucking cocktail, but you know.
But I do think if it's like a family of 7 and like their mother or whatever's in that scenario, it should be up to the 7 of them. So it should be a majority vote. Does that make sense? With abortion, it's different because how we stand on it. Yes, the father should have some right to know that he's going to have an abortion, and yeah, he should have some right to know, like, is there a chance he can keep it? Obviously, he shouldn't have the majority say, but he should be at least in the knowing of it, is where I stand. Yeah. At least how I would perceive it is, if Ash, let's just say Ash is a woman and I was like a man in this scenario, and Ash comes to me and going, I'm getting an abortion, and I'm obviously the boyfriend, I'm like, well, alright. And he's like, do you agree with it? And I go, sure. It's just, as long as he knows, and he gets a tiny say in it, I don't really give a shit. Like, I'm not saying fight over it, it's just, I stand on the belief that they should know at least some extent to it. And depending on the scenario it is.
I mean, there are also cases where it should just be open and shut, whether you are allowed. Like, if there is a sexual assault taking place, which results in a child. Yeah. Or if there is an incest baby that, you know, due to sexual assault, fucking, you should 100% be allowed to get rid of it because it's trauma, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, there's a section coming up where I'll kind of voice my take on it, but I am pro-choice, so, you know, I don't think...
Can you guess...
I don't think you have to fucking...
Can you guys guess what agenda we're part of? You're correct, the woke agenda. Way. Woke.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the EastEnders. I'll voice my opinion due to Anna's actions in a bit. This is while the Beales figure out that Anna might be pregnant. They go through the options while she is struggling, waiting for Freddie. Gina learns that Freddie was there, gets angry at him for trying to push Anna to tell Bobby. Ian advises Bobby to tell her he loves her and just that be there for her no matter what. And Ian actually gives the right advice here. He actually says, look, whatever happens, just be there. You know, just be there, just support her. Just like, holy shit, Ian giving good advice. What the fuck? Anna thanks Freddie for being there today and wonders how it's gotten to this. She admits she did need someone there today and he tells her not to cry, but they end up kissing just as Bobby walks in. Oh, there's a fucking wasp over there. Fuck off. Sorry. Fucking, if I get chinned by a wasp, I'm crying. Bobby storms out and is furious at both of them. He pushes Freddie over and lands some lovely, ridiculous shit punches because he's angry, but he's not a fighter. You know,
it's a Shane McMahon that would love punches. Like, I know no one's looking at that.
No one understands that.
Like,
and he's angry that it happened again. He is worried that it's Freddie's baby. He storms into the Beales, who's celebrating Louie's birthday. Cindy drives a knife in as Bobby is overwhelmed and is absolutely beside himself. He calms down but says he needs to talk to Anna. Lauren, Anna, Gina, and Cindy are all talking through Anna's options. She is gutted. Cindy's still a massive bitch to Bobby. Anna claims she wants nothing more with Freddie and he is just a friend. Lauren opens up about getting rid of, and I believe that it is Stephen's baby, you know, Cindy's other kid who is also dead. Bobby shows up and wants to talk. He asks that if she would still have an abortion if it was Freddie's baby. She pleads a case saying she wasn't ready to be a mum yet. He wants to know why she didn't tell him about the baby, and she argues that he would have gotten ahead of himself and planned and went further. She says she thought he was the one, but she kissed Freddie, so he mustn't be. And this is where my stance on this situation, mate. I didn't like Anna's excuses for not telling Bobby. Bloody hell, you would have gotten too far and planned ahead, so I didn't tell you, so I just did it without telling you. And also, I can't look at you anymore because I kissed your best friend. Like, fuck, he didn't do any of this. He didn't do any of it. It's not his fault. Like, he didn't sell you a relationship on fucking, we're gonna take over the world, baby. He fucking went, yeah, it's probably not gonna be the most exciting, but at the end of the day, if we both love each other and we're both ready, let's, have a nice, settled relationship. Obviously, people are allowed to change, and they're clearly in two different stages of life. But I didn't enjoy Anna's excuses to exclude Bobby, especially because she's like, yeah, but I do love you though. I do love you, but I'm not going to tell you about this important thing that I've gone through. Great, cheers. It just felt like some shit excuses to not tell him. Yeah. Where's it go? But yeah, at the time, I'll accept it's her body, her choice, but it's a really strange way to justify her actions. Pretty much. Bobby asks her if they're over, and she says whenever she looks in his eyes, she feels betrayal. It's like, you caused that! He didn't kiss someone else, you did that! Each time I look in the mirror, I see me kissing your best mate, and I can't look at you. It's like, fucking look at yourself. For fuck's sake. Cindy fills in George, who is startled. Gene advises Freddie that love comes and goes, but true friends are hard to find. George helps Anna see that love works in different ways. He loves Elaine, but it didn't stop her kissing Cindy. He reminds her that she needs to find out who or what she wants. Oh, excuse me, fucking hell. Ian brings back Cindy's affairs with David and Simon and says, did you cheat because I was pathetic? Interesting point. And obviously she's like shocked Pikachu, like, how dare you bring up that time that I cheated on you, which I've definitely never done since and would never do again at all. For real. Cindy claims woman want danger. Then Ian says, maybe you should remember what danger got you. Fucking banger. Mate, Ian he's on top form this week. He's fucking tremendous.
I just want to, like, if you don't mind me, piece of my thought. Like, obviously you're gonna get into the Cindy with Bobby stuff, but I stand on the know, like, Bobby it's how can I word this? He's special in a way because he murdered someone he didn't want to murder, and he's forced to live with the guilt. But I basically now this is gonna sound weird because I don't know how this scenario would work. In this instance, Cindy is the abuser, and I know that's going to confuse people, but he's basically, because imagine going back to where you, like, say your mom or your dad abused you, but you can't move out, so you have to live with them. They're constantly abusing you and not letting you forget that time as they did it. That's going to really affect you, and Bobby in that instance is being abused by Cindy because whenever Bobby could literally be on.
He is being reminded of what he did every day,
like
even if he is an absolute fucking world away from being that 13, 14-year-old kid who accidentally killed his sister.
Like, how I compare this, Bobby could literally be like, anyone got any toilet roll? I'm having a shit here. Anyone got toilet roll? You killed my daughter. Jesus love, I just want a bit of toilet roll. Fucking hell, calm down.
Admittedly, his actions after this, where he did attack Jane with a hockey stick, and he did become a bit rogue. But they changed the trajectory of the character, right? They decided that wasn't the way to go. He converted to Islam. He doesn't him pushing Bobby was the only violent thing he's done in years since he came back and hit himself. And yeah, it's but yeah, there is some form of Cindy's not letting him move on. And he's also not letting himself move on either, because he still keeps himself grounded in that reality where he is the killer and not Bobby Beale, the son, the partner, you know. Well, Kathy reminds Bobby that, yeah, sure, because it's over today, it doesn't mean it's forever. Love always finds a way. Freddie shows up wanting to talk. He says he is here because he wants to be honest. He does have feelings for Anna, and he couldn't be around him because of the guilt. He affirms that their friendship means more than any feelings. Freddie says he chooses Bobby. Bobby, though, is angry because now you've been leading Anna on. You kissed her at her lowest. Why would I want to be friends with someone like that? Screams at him to get out and that they're not friends anymore. Cindy finds Anna, gets her own agenda in. She says nice boys like Bobby get really boring. Anna says deep down she thinks she really loves Bobby, who's never going to hurt her or bore her. No, or bore him? I don't think bore was word. I think I fucked up the words. But, she's just never going to... He's safe, he's kind, he's gentle, etc. Cindy claims it's the guilt talking, but she wants to be with Bobby. She tells Anna to leave it for a couple of days to let him cool off. Bobby is praying, but Cindy shows up and he asks Cindy how Anna is. Cindy lies and says Anna has feelings for Freddie. She turns a knife and says Anna and Freddie will tiptoe around you at first, but then forget to save your feelings. She manipulates Bobby into thinking his best move is to go live with Jane in the Cotswolds. She tells him to leave the ghosts of the past here and move on. So yeah, fucking absolute bitch move from Cindy. Fucking... I do really want to be with Bobby. I really do. Yeah, she's actually said that Freddie is so much better than you in every single way possible, and you are shit, and she hates you, so you should just leave, really. That's not what was said, was it, though? So, bitch move from Cindy. The next morning, Ian thrusts his way down the stairs. He gets down the stairs, boom! What? Oh, hello, Bobby. Boom! What fucking... Why is he thrusting down the stairs?
I know it's probably not, but I really want to believe that was an off-script moment. It was not. I really want to believe, so Adam Woodyhack, please come down the stairs normally. He just comes down the stairs and he's like, boom! Boom!
And then jokes to Bobby saying the best way to get over one is to get under another, but then remarks maybe it wasn't the best strategy. He'd usually catch feelings and put a ring on their finger. Fucking... It's a mad self-deprecation, but I love it. Bobby wonders why... Also, that's a joke. He's not actually saying fucking sleep around. Bobby wonders why he's so unlovable, but Ian sets him straight. He gives him a pep talk saying, need to get over it. Ian is upset when Bobby mentions he might leave and go to the Cotswolds. Ian and Kathy are appalled by Cindy, who wants him to go. Bobby keeps telling Anna to leave it and feigns that she wants to help them get back together. Cindy. This is Cindy. Freddie wants to wallow in his own misery, but can't help each other get shit together. Ian walks in, throws Freddie's job in his face, and fires him with 2 months' wages. Ian says if Bobby leaves Walford, he'll make Freddie's life hell. Bobby feels really dejected. He starts to believe it's all fruitless. Kathy makes an emotional plea for him to stay, saying she wouldn't have gotten through last year without him. She cracks a joke saying she's traded Bobby in for Cindy. How's she gonna cope? Once again, fantastic line. Cindy schemes with Ian to get rid of Bobby while Ian comes in and yells at Freddie. They question if they were so happy, then why did she terminate the baby? Cindy says her body, her choice, and Ian says that's why she's been sharing it around then. Fucking
Wow.
absolute, once again, another fucking absolute zinger.
Lads.
Like I said, Ian's been slept on this entire time. Since he returned. Anna resurfaces and Ian talks seriously for a second. He reminds her how gentle Bobby is and how important it is you don't stamp on his heart. Ian says you need to leave Freddie alone and you need to lose Bobby alone because he's lost Lucy, he's lost Stephen, and he's not losing Bobby. And obviously he gets his little cry voice because, you know, the classic Ian cry voice. Cindy says she understands, but he says, no, you fucking don't. You weren't there. You weren't fucking there. You gave up on your kids. Fucking, oh, mwah, delicious. Delicious. Anna says she'll stay away and tells Ian to tell Bobby whatever you need to make him stay. Kathy helps Ian try to see sense that he is a good dad. Cindy gets angry when Ian claims he was never there. They all agree that none of this is helping Bobby, and Peter mentions how Bobby's gone to Lucy's grave. Bobby is kneeling at Lucy's grave and he tells Lucy about Anna, and he says he doesn't deserve to be happy, but Ian shows up and fills him in. He wants Bobby home. Bobby wants them to stop arguing. Cindy's upset, saying he doesn't get to lay flowers on her grave. She hits Bobby with the flowers and pushes his face into the gravestone. She says, you killed my daughter, and Bobby finally snaps. Your daughter? You didn't know Lucy. You didn't even know Anna. I'm sick to death for being guilty for just living. I get told that I should forgive myself, or that I was just a kid. But how am I meant to do that when you keep battling me with your own guilt around your neck? He says that the reason why you keep going on about Lucy he says that's the reason why you keep going on Lucy years after, like, she died, essentially. He says he was just here to say goodbye. He decides it's time his prison sentence ends. He's called Jane and says she's here to get him. He says as much as Ian has tried to be here, he did leave for 2 years, and since he came back, it's only been about Peter and Cindy. And that's fine. Bobby says he was kidding himself to think that he and Anna could have a life together. He needs to get away from here and everything, from Lucy. He asks her grave if she's ready to set him free, and they both agree that Lucy would say yes. Bobby says goodbye to his family, and Jane takes her first steps back on the square in 7 years. She talks to Ian about how strange it is to be back, and he says that people change, even if time stands still. Anna tells Bobby she does love him and thinks they can make it work, but Bobby says he doesn't want to make it work. He says she should have told him about being pregnant, but she just made assumptions which prove she didn't know the real Bobby. He leaves, and obviously Freddie shows up with a bottle of milk for some reason. He leaves them by saying, you two deserve each other. When Jane asks if he's ready to go, he says it's time to forget about being Bobby Beale and just focus on Bobby. He says maybe once he's got his head screwed on, he might be back. Ian gives him a massive hug and a quote from Lou Beale, keep your pecker up, and he gets in the back of Jane's car, leaving the show after 5 years. I can imagine that quote in Lou Beale's voice. I can imagine that in her voice. But yeah, so let's just generally review this exit. A bit of a slow burn. Genuinely, this exit was quite good, even if maybe a lot of people didn't really like the characters coming into it. People haven't really liked Freddie since he returned from Strictly. People haven't really liked Anna at all for some reason, because they're like, she's such a bad actress. She's fine. She's fine. She's a perfectly reasonable actress. She does exactly what you need to. I've got no issues with her acting whatsoever. Like, it's like how people complain about Bobby being shit because he doesn't deliver lines like everybody else. But Mate, he's supposed to be a fucking anxious, nervous teen. Of course he's not fucking being like, "Oi, Cindy, stop being a fucking cow." Obviously he's not going to do that. It's not what the character is. But they managed to ramp it up and a nice little fucking crescendo. Probably not the finest of story because it's the will they won't they love triangle, but still a nice way to bring back Jane into the fold, build towards Bobby's future whenever the character will inevitably come back, and also manage to have him have somewhat of a happy ending. And he didn't get Julia's theme, which was going to be kind of contentious because if we're in the world of believing that Julia's themes need to not be overused in order to keep their like genuine like reasons that because it's used so sparingly and for only the best of moments, it would be kind of ridiculous to just throw them out there for no reason.
I mean, I'm gonna counter argument this. If Karen Taylor can get a Julius theme.
Yeah, but that was saying goodbye to the Taylors as a whole.
Yeah, but Bobby Beale is a key figure in EastEnders history when you look at it.
Yeah, but this version though,
I don't give a shit. He deserved it. Like I was just imagining, he goes in the black cab.
nah.
You play Julius theme. I know it would piss people off. I don't give a shit. It's Bobby Beale. He's a key part of EastEnders history. He should get a Julius theme. If fucking Karen Taylor can get one, Bobby Beale should get one. I don't give a shit where you stand on this. That's where I'm fighting from. If a minute character can get a fucking Julius theme, but he can't, that pisses me off. Because it's used so rarely.
The fact that they brought Jane back, I thought there was more of a chance that he would have.
Yes, it would have been a perfect opportunity.
It is the goodbye with Jane and Bobby, both now those characters being gone for now.
Yeah, so, exactly. That's where I stand.
I get it.
I don't like
also,
this argument.
If we think about what have the last Julia's themes been? Like you had Karen,
Lola.
You had Karen, and you had Lola.
Mick.
I think that the one before that was Mick had To Build a Home, which wasn't a Julia's theme. He did get one. Tiffany had two of them for reasons. Whitney also had a Julia's theme. Karen had a Julia's theme, and Lola had a Julia's theme. Those are pretty much the Julia's themes of this recent era. I can understand both ways. I don't think the character needed it personally. I think he got a satisfying enough exit without it. I think I don't know. I do respect the need to reserve Julia's themes for the really heightened. If it was Bobby in the main iteration where he did kill Lucy, sure. But this version of the character, he came back, he converted to Islam, he had a relationship with Dana, which went nowhere, and he had a relationship with Anna, which went nowhere, and this was over the span of 5 years. Like, if this version of Ben isn't getting a Julius theme, and Ben was the main character of the show for 5 years, fucking Bobby Beale's not getting one.
Pipe down. Pipe fucking down. Ben Mitchell getting a Julius theme. Fuck off.
Like, I'm speaking facts, you know what I mean?
You're doing maybes. You're not supposed to do if buts and maybes. You're supposed to do absolutes, and you're doing maybes.
I've given good reasons.
I've given good reasons.
But yeah, the fact that Jane returned for it though, that would be the only reason I would have given it. But also, I mean, you've got to use it sparingly, right?
Anyways, the awards.
No. It's just a general review of the character, Bobby Beale. This iteration, we've watched 2 years of Bobby Beale, roughly. Thoughts on this version of the character and the actor? I suppose I can go first because I liked the character when he returned. I didn't watch EastEnders during the Who Killed Lucy stuff, so I don't really have an opinion on that part of the character. I do think it was a bit rogue how they did try to make him a bit more like Nick Cotton, and then when he came back, they reverted it to him now practicing Islam and being a devout Muslim and working hard to reform. And I thought it was a really interesting way to use the character. I'll give him credit to say that he did hold together the Beales during a really rough time for the family, where Ian left, and you had the tall Peter, who was shit. Let's be honest. And it was them. That was it. You had Kathy, you had tall Peter, you had Rocky, and you had Bobby. So he was like the lone he was one of 3 or 4 Beales still on the show. So he had to still represent, so to make people remember that the Beales exist. And I liked his version. One thing I'll always remember is I think when he had a date with Dottie, he did like, when he had a date with Dana, there's this thing where he was dancing with sunglasses on, as he was like preparing to go and he was trying to be all cool. And that clip will live in my head forever, rent free. I want someone to re-find it. I liked his relationship with Dana. I thought it was an interesting way to navigate someone with a really bad past, having to intersect it with who they are now and how they've changed. I didn't like Dana's exit. It did feel like she was supposed to die in the Argy Bargy explosion that they never did. So she just kind of farted around and then shagged Peter and then left. And then you had the relationship with Anna, which they teased a lot. So when the Night Girls arrived, obviously they had the interaction with Tyson. But simply saying the Night Sisters have only really had so much to do. Like, most of it's been reacting to family drama. So I initially liked the pairing, but it was very clear that when Freddie left to go when Bobby Brazier left to do Strictly, and when he came back, it was very clear that they'd changed the direction of the character. As when they initially set it up, it was always going to be Bobby and Anna. But when he came back from doing Strictly, they very much pivoted and went, fuck it, I guess it's Freddie and Anna, which, in retrospect, they do probably fit more, don't they? But that's just how they played the story. So all in all, I enjoyed the character. I am sad to see him go, but I'm also not surprised, as he's had about 3 storylines in 5 years. So I had a soft spot for him. Obviously, he's got that more nervous disposition, a lot more anxiety. More anxious people can probably relate to that character. It sucks that he's gone, but the exit was very strong and it actually did the character justice. And that's one thing, as my final point, I will say, as much as in this Chris Crenshaw era, even if the characters have been fucking shit for years, the exit, they are fantastic. Like Finley, for example. Finley was shit for 2 years. Or a year, however long he was there. His exit, he had fucking charm, he had personality, he was great. He was fucking great for that 2 episodes before he left. And you have the Karen exit, where she was there since, 2017? And it's like, she's finally going. Boom! She's actually got depth. She's actually got shit to work with. Holy shit, look at this. She can act. She can actually act if you give her stuff to do and not just have her be like fucking stock comedy relief. And they managed to do this well with the Beales, where they all played their part, and it was very strong, and I very much enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my review of Bobby Beale's exit, and that's my review of the Clay Milner Russell iteration of the character. Do you have much else to add on that?
I think you've very much summed it up. But Bobby, to me, is always an underrated and underappreciated character because he represents such a dark time in EastEnders to an extent. I understand people going, but EastEnders 2014 was great. I am saying it's great. But where the wheels fell off was obviously when he was revealed to be the killer. That's where the wheels sort of fell off.
Yes.
And when the next actor took over, he put the training wheels back on. He got back on that bike and he cycled as far as he could cycle, and I think he did great in his role. He acts brilliantly at being anxious. Like, I feel like if you get an electric shock from touching a handrail.
Yeah.
I feel like if you touch that Bobby, if you touch that Bobby like Beale, you just poke him, you're gonna get an electric shock. He's gonna You know, he plays it so great. And I respect him. Like I do think he deserved Julie's theme because he was like one of the main Beales for a while, and I can understand both
he
sides.
did hold up the family for a long time.
And I understand both sides of it, but I'm also saying, and I am putting my foot down because technically, this Bobby Beale has been on the show for 10 years. Technically, because they did scenes of him in juvie. So he's never really left. Yeah, sure, he left for a few months, but he's never really left. So he's been in.
I mean, he did fuck off for a while.
Yeah, but he's been in juvie for the most part, which you did see. He's been there for about 6-7 years. So like we did see teenage Bobby in prison, and I think for that
A little bit, not that much.
Yeah, but
we probably got like 1 or 2 scenes where Ian went, "All right, Bobby, I can't see you anymore." You know, you need to focus on getting better.
Yeah, but I'm still including it, so it's about 5, 6, it adds a year or so on, and I honestly just think he did great. But I think now's the time we do the awards.
Yeah, the awards. Underrated. I mean, Bobby. Bobby.
Dean Beale's trust, like his trust.
Yes. No, that's for the Keanu Taylor Award. But yeah, Ian Beale, Bobby Beale, and just mate, I've even made a 10 seconds of Bobby Beale. Fucking here we go. Someone's on it, and that's me. But yeah, the Keanu Taylor, Ian Beale's thrust,
the abortion.
Okay, that's a bit of a different one. And finally, who needs slapping down? I see the panic.
Yeah, I just see like a hook coming towards me, like get him away.
The fucking the shepherd's crook, just get him off. Get him off the stage.
Sorry, before we continue, I just like I just went the abortion, and all I see was just like someone just like pulled out a gun. Like, oh no. Who needs slapping down? Cindy, stupid bitch.
Yes.
Stupid bunt.
I look forward to when, because look, Cindy has been a raging bitch for the last year or two, and that's fine. That's exactly who the character is. Michelle Collin plays it great. She does a great job of being a massive cow. I am looking forward to when I believe her and Junior's affair will be revealed. That will be at George and Elaine's wedding. And hopefully at that point, Cindy finally gets kicked out by Ian and finally gets her comeuppance. Because, like I said, you can't establish these characters without them getting their comeuppance. You know, Dean getting there in the end, it did take a long time for Dean to finally get his comeuppance. But he wasn't just brought back to be an ongoing fucking villain. He was brought back because at the end, he was going to face jail time. And I was saying it the whole time, you know, even in that October, it's like, if they bring him back, he's going to get his comeuppance, guys. And that people are just like, no, they're just torturing Linda. He got the comeuppance in the end. And Cindy will get a comeuppance for cheating on Ian and fucking around with Junior. So, yeah. Decent episode of the podcast. Fantastic week of EastEnders as a whole. If you couldn't tell, still full of beans. Despite me saying I'm tired, full of beans. But yeah, anything else to say? And finally, just want to still thank our member on the channel. We still have Belinda Slater, who is still supporting us. And you can do that with YouTube memberships down below. Thank you for watching the podcast. Join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.